Raise your hand if you thought you didn't have a Facebook account. You all have Facebook accounts. These are called Facebook shadow profiles. Facebook called them that in a truly like Bond villain kind of naming fit. This is where it sounds like I am a conspiracy theorist, but they testified about this to Congress, so I'm not making this up. So Facebook shadow profile is where there's like, okay, there's a person here, but they don't have an account, so we're just going to collect all their data on this profile that we're creating. And we don't know exactly how they do that, but if I got put in charge of it, the way that I would do it is the following. Now, I will give you an out. You may not have a Facebook shadow profile if you meet these two conditions. One, you don't have a smartphone. Sometimes there's an old guy in the back who holds up his flip phone. Two, you have no friends. No one has answered yes to that one yet. Okay, so since you all have at least a friend and probably a smartphone, your friends have you in their contact list in their phone. And when you install apps on your phone, the apps try to take a copy of your contact list, presumably to help you find your friends, but actually because they just want all the data about your friends. And they'll take that sometimes even if you tell them not to. So, okay. I am on Facebook. I do not have the Facebook app installed, which is maybe a lesson. But if I did install the app, it would take a copy of my contacts list and say that you are in my contacts list. All right, so we've got your name, we've got maybe your email, your phone number, maybe a picture so your face shows up when you call me. And Facebook gets all of that. Your phone number and your email are unique identifiers. And I'm not the only person who has them. And so Facebook will look and say, okay, well, here's a phone number, here's an email. It's not associated with an account, so let's set up a dummy account around that. And we know the name because that's also in my contacts. But I am probably not your only friend. There's probably dozens or hundreds of people who know you, who have the Facebook app installed, because most Americans do, and have you in their contact list. And so Facebook is like, okay, here's 100 people who know this phone number, and maybe here's some alternate phone numbers and alternate emails, and we've got some work address and some home address and a couple pictures of you. And they start building that profile. Now, some of those people, like if it's people in this room, they likely know each other on Facebook, and so Facebook's gonna be like, okay, there's this group of like 20 people, and they all kind of know each other, and they all know you, so you probably belong in that group. What do they have in common? Oh, they're all members of like these organizations. You probably belong in those organizations too, and they'll do that for all the different groups that you're connected to. So if you finally give in and sign up, it'll be like, welcome. Here's your profile page. Here's like when your high school reunion's coming up. Here's all the groups you want to join, 200 people to add as your friends, and we used our fancy facial recognition algorithm to find all the photos of you on Facebook that you haven't been tagged in yet. Would you like to add them to your profile? This is not to say you should not continue to resist signing up for a Facebook account, but it does show that like even if you're intentionally trying to opt out of this kind of data collection, it happens anyway. And this is something, before we move on to generative AI, that I just want to emphasize again. If maintaining trust with your members is important, you really want to think about where any of the AI you use is getting the data.